It is a Hair of the Dog episode today on Drinks to Words By. We're starting early. We both have beers.
Woo! Cheers, sir.
Cheers to you. I got myself a Coors
Is that a
Light.
Coors Lights?
Yeah.
My wife's favorite drink.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
choice.
It was a beer day today. I was like, you know what? I don't feel like making anything fancy. I don't.
Yeah.
My liquor
Um.
is dwindling. And you start saving it.
Did you had a show earlier today, right?
I did, but it got canceled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So why are we
So,
starting so late?
because I slept. I just I slept.
That makes one of us.
Yeah. I was like, let's get some more winks in. It was a long week for me, so I've just been tired, and I was like, I'll just get some extra sleep. So that's why we started late today. For those that don't know, I mean, for the people they just listen to us whenever. So to them, we start whenever.
It doesn't matter what time we wake up or fucking
Yeah.
sleep or when we shoot the show. I get yeah. Fucking, like just talk already, fuckers. Make me laugh.
Yeah.
Dance, monkey dance.
And drink, monkey, drink. You know. Actually, I didn't go out last night, but I got invited over to one of my friends, Kevin's, who listens to the pod, and we just drank, and
That's Kevin.
yeah, Kevin's he's always commenting on the YouTube. He watches us on YouTube. Unlike everyone else who just listens to us, which is not a bad thing. And yeah, so sometimes we talk about the pod. And so he was talking about the last show, not the show that we did last time, but the one before that, where I was talking about moving, and we were talking about the plumbing and the Super Mario, and it was pretty funny. So that's always funny when we could talk to somebody that listens to the show, and so it's a good reminder, like, yeah, that's right, people do listen, you know what I mean? Even though we see the numbers and stuff like that, it's cool to just know, you know what I mean, that somebody that we
Yeah.
know listens, and we could talk about it. So that was fun. And we ended up drinking, and I don't remember what I was drinking. I was doing a lot of Stella Artois, and I am a little hungover, but I can't remember being hungover from beer. We must have brought out shots. I don't know. So
Yeah, especially Stella. I don't feel like Stella's a very good hangover beer. Like one that you should get that drunk off of Stella's. Two that it's like I feel like Stella's would make me really sick if I was hungover off of Stella's. Like it's a lot of Stella's that I have to drink for that.
yeah, I was drinking a lot. Then I was drinking. I think I was drinking wine as well. Maybe that's what put me over the top.
Uh, Mixing, your stomach's all like, "What the fuck is this?"
My stomach should know by now. You know what I mean? It knows that I like to mix. But which by the way, um, I decided to do the a David Macias pro tip, which was, and I couldn't believe it. I bought some Jim Beam. I normally don't do this, but it was $20 for a liter.
Right? I'm telling you, it's fucking inexpensive. It's fucking go to.
I was like, how are they making money off of this? This is ridiculous. $20 for a liter. I was like, fuck, I'm on a budget too. So I said, fuck it. So I bought some Jim Beam, which normally isn't my whiskey of choice. My whiskey of choice is usually the Cove whiskey, but that's like $75 a bottle.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like I'm not gonna get a bottle of because when you spend that much, you tend to kind of limit how much you like. Okay, I'll have a little bit, and then maybe like 2 days later, I'll have a little bit.
Yeah.
But Jim Beam's like $20 for a liter. Fuck it. Pour heavy. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, I was making some old fashions with those and stuff like that. So it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not It's not like I
I mix
walk
it.
in somewhere.
Yeah, I mix it with Coke. I don't. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna make a fancy drink with Jim Beam. I feel. I don't even know what the word is. Like I would feel kind of like off by trying to make a fancy drink with Jim Beam. But mix it with Coke. Some ginger ale, something. Yeah, okay, whatever.
You've been doing the ginger ale, the Jim Beam and ginger ale.
Sometimes it's just what's available. Shit, if I had, sometimes I only have lemonade. I'm like, all right, Lynchburg lemonade with Jimmy.
Yeah, I usually do. All I usually have is Sprite. So I was like, should I Sprite this? And I was like, no, Sprite's for the gin. And I'm running out of gin too. So I'm like, shoot. I'm like, I need to buy a handle of New Amsterdam gin.
I'm telling you, the New Amsterdam, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad gin.
Yeah.
We just need to find a sponsor. I don't care what I'm drinking if I'm drinking for free.
Yeah. You too can sponsor us. Hit us up, drinkstowardsby@gmail.com. And
We're on the Venmo.
yes, we are on the Venmo as well. So sponsor us, man. Please. Been doing a lot of still working on the home. I'm in the last stages of pictures. And now I'm at the stage of sorting out pictures of like, okay, I got to start getting rid of these pictures. You know what I mean? It's like, how much is too many photos? You know? And I realize we don't have a photo. I mean, we have a few photos together, but I haven't printed one out. So I'm like, oh, I need to print out a
Me
photo.
either. I'm not a big photo guy. I've never been like, I, I've never been a picture guy. Like, even when I went to Rome, before cell phones had, like, the amazing cameras and everything, um, I'm not a big photo guy. I don't know why. I just not. I mean, I have the photos of us. I think I've kind of used it as a and stuff, and they're really good pictures. I'm not somebody who prints out and hangs a bunch of pictures.
As a photographer, I am, and my brother's a photographer too. So my brother just offloads tons of photos like every year. He's like, oh, here's more photos of the kids, and it's just like, I'm like, oh, I have to, before I kind of had an excuse of like, dude, I have a small home. I can't, I'm out of, wall space, but here I have tons of wall space. So I was like, oh man, but I uncovered some very old photos of myself that I hung up, some old photos of my brother, my sister, and stuff like that. So it's been a rewarding experience, but it also reminds me of the photos that I don't have, and one you being one of them, and some other people being some more. So, and I know if like you come over, I think that's a good feeling. Like, oh man, Albert has a photo of me. Like, that's great. I don't know. If I was ever to go home, I'd be touched.
Do you have like a digital printer like that?
No, no, I'm gonna have to go to CVS or Walgreens, and I usually go and print them out
It's a lot
there.
of effort. Remember the old days when you take your roll in and then you had them developed. You had to come back like a couple days later and like, oh look, you start going through all your pictures. You're like, oh, that's awesome. And then you put in
Yeah,
your book. I was like, man, that is a lost art. I will admit that going through a photo album, it's kind of a lost kind of a. Now you just go through your phone like, oh, look at this photo and this photo and this
yeah,
photo. It's not the same, right?
exactly. And not only that, but like, um, when you walk into your home and you see photos, it's the museum of you. You know what I mean? People get to really kind of know you through the photos that you have everywhere.
I like that.
Yeah, and not only that, but like there was at some point I was like, what photo is this? Is this a bathroom photo? Is this a wall photo? And which wall does this go on photo? And what you know what I mean? It becomes this crazy thing
Yeah, I
of
don't want to be a bathroom. I don't want to be a bathroom photo.
you don't think I think, but that's a bathroom. See, look, my idea of the bathroom photo is it's supposed to be funny or nice or cute, You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be a serious photo for sure.
I mean, what's considered a serious photo?
Like probably you and your parents, or like you and your brother, or like you and your nieces, or you and your kids. I consider those serious
Yeah, I don't have
photos.
any of them.
I
My stance on family, so I don't have any
know,
serious
I know.
photos.
In the bathroom. I got some cool photos. I have a photo of me with the Rhythm Nation. So I thought that was cool. I was like, that's a bathroom
Wait,
photo.
the Rhythm Nation,
Yes, Janet
Janet
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah, not Janet Jackson, but the dancers that are the Rhythm Nation.
I was like, I heard the song in my head. I
Yeah,
was like, Rhythm Nation. I'm like,
Rhythm.
what? How did you get a picture with Rhythm Nation but not Janet Jackson?
That's what makes it funny.
I'm like, how did you pull that off?
Yeah, it was at a Halloween party out in West Hollywood. I was doing photography out there for a private party, and they were there, and I was just like, I gotta get a photo of these guys. So I did that, and then I got a photo with the guy. I thought he was Michael Manson, but he wasn't. He's the guy from The Wrestler.
Mickey Rourke?
Yeah, so I got a photo with Mickey Rourke.
You could use those two.
But he was very cool because I was like, oh, I loved you in Kill Bill. You're fucking dope. And he still took a photo with me. And it was until later I'm like, oh shit, that's Mickey Rourke.
It's a Marlboro man.
Yeah, I know. He's the guy that beats up Enrique Iglesias, in Hero. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, so I was like, that's a bathroom photo for sure. You know?
Yeah, see, that's a bathroom photo. I want to be pissing and going, oh my God, it's
It's-
Michael Madsen.
yeah. Oh, I mean, it's
Mickey
Mickey
Rourke.
Rourke.
Oh, shit. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I need big. Now I need. Here's the thing. I have so much wall space that now I need big photos, and I'm not talking like big photos of me. I just need big like wall picture things. You know what I mean? Just to take up all the space that's
Yeah.
going on here. Because
So, what picture of us would you choose?
well, there's a really cool photo of us. I think that's on your Facebook of us just standing outside the cove.
Yeah, that was a Damaris shot.
Yeah,
Damaris took that picture. Yeah.
yeah, that's a really good photo. I think there's another photo of like you playing pool and me drinking or something
Yeah.
like that. I'll probably print that one out.
That's
Uh,
one of my favorite. That's one of my favorites because it's like we're laughing at the same time. It was a cool shot.
yeah, yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And what's crazy is we've been approached many times
Yes,
about
we still have a free photo shoot out there. We have a uh, an offer for a photo shoot that for our show. So we still have that standing offer.
Yeah.
We gotta utilize that. I mean, between Norman, who's been on the show, Swayze, who's been on the show, and Damaris, who's been on the show, we have a lot of photographer friends that I'm sure would be more than happy to kind of hey, yeah, let's do some fucking photos. And Norman was the one who has the standing offer for us to do a photo shoot.
Yeah, yeah, and we have to take him up on that. But
We have to have him in the show. Speaking of which, so we still have to do a live show
yeah,
before we go back before football season starts. So we're coming dangerously close to
yes,
that.
danger close, as we would say in the military. Danger close, fire danger close.
That's an actual term?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Um, I was thinking of reaching out to what I believe our original guest.
who was that?
Panda? Was it Panda?
Yeah, yeah. It was like one
I
of
was
our.
thinking about reaching out to our original guest about coming back on.
Okay.
The one who started it all, our first actual guest on the show.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But we have to pick a day that we're doing it and see if he's available that day.
Yeah, I see. Like next week, guys, my schedule is so ridiculous. Um,
You don't have anything to do.
yeah, and partly because I'm now producing this new show, um, that's taking up like I can't do it virtually. It has to be kind of here. Um, so that like that throws in a little wrench into the works because I wasn't expecting to produce another show. I was just what I mean. But this kind of just fell into my lap. So that gives my Saturdays a little bit of a kind of busy. Um, but I mean, next Saturdays are we could do next Saturday or next Sunday, but next Saturday is um I don't know, whatever we could do it there too, if you wanted to. But it's Uncle Scotty's little kind of um,
Oh shit!
thing, you know.
That's next Saturday.
Yeah. So we could either do it before and then I go because I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? So we could either do it before that and then I go, or whatever, and then the next day, my cousin's having a birthday party for my uncle, a surprise birthday party. So so I gotta be out in the Redlands. So yeah. So we could do it Sunday too. Um, but I gotta leave. I can't.
You actually have to travel away from home next weekend.
Yeah, and today too. I have a birthday party for my niece. So and then what's going on tomorrow?
Wait, you have to come. You have to go to. You have to go to where today?
East Vale.
So why didn't we do a live show where you had to come that way?
Because I thought I was gonna have the other show I was producing today, but then
Uh,
he canceled, kind of last minute. So
are you promoting that show? Because I don't know where
I am. I am promoting it. I've been promoting it on my Facebook, and I've, you know what? It's been kind of a gift and a curse.
you've been lacking on our Instagram.
Yes, yes. I've been trying to do good. It's just I've fallen off. I mean, not that I was ever a social media person, but like I just have too much to do, and like social media has taken such a big hit because of it. Um, yeah. So, but I have been promoting it. I promoted it the other day on Facebook. I wanted to get a few under the belt before I start saying, "Hey, check this out." And these shows, what I like about them, they're not long. They're 18 minutes, 17 minutes tops. So it's a quick,
Really?
yeah,
Whereas we can go fucking like an hour and a half, like just talking bullshit,
yeah,
like last week wasn't supposed to be as long as it was. Like I was like, oh fuck, we lost complete track.
yeah,
Like ultimately, even today, we topic we just talking about shit.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, but I will say this: that show, it's the Film Freak movie talk show. I've already started going to like media screenings. So I've already seen a movie already.
Really?
Yeah, that was on Thursday. I didn't want to tell you, but when we were texting. I was coming out of a media screening. I was with the media in a movie theater. It was kind of cool. So I
What'd
saw,
you fancy?
yeah,
What'd
and
you see?
um, I saw this movie that I believe is out now, or it's gonna be out next week, and it's with the new Idris Elba movie. Uh, the
The one where he's a genie?
No, the Beast. I
What's
haven't
that?
seen any um like I saw some movie posters around in LA, but I haven't seen really any advertisement
There's
for
a
it.
movie with Idris Elba where he's like a genie. That's like it's like adult Aladdin. It's kind of a twist on the genie thing. So I don't know what the Beast is though.
The Beast is about Idris Elba plays a doctor, and he goes to, I want to say, South Africa to go visit his buddy and to take his kids on a vacation. Which, by the way, if you're gonna take your kids to vacation, don't don't do South Africa, okay? Do Disneyland. Do something like that's not gonna be dangerous, okay?
Well,
And
I don't. I think that's because of the movie. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm not, we're not gonna stand here and make political fucking accusations on South Africa. I think we're not popular enough to do that. Where we make our standing
this
like,
is
oh, South
true.
Africa,
This is true.
it's yeah, no, and that's
This is true because I'm like, you're getting your kids into danger. Why are you doing this? You know?
well, that's like you can say that. What's that Owen Wilson movie where he's in that Asian country that had tsunami? And like, oh, we lost a kid in the tsunami. Like, what was that movie? I can't remember.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm talking about?
no.
It's like, oh, why did you have your kid in fucking Iraq
Yeah.
during fucking the siege? I didn't know it was a siege. I mean, it's fucking weird.
So this
South Africa.
yeah, so this movie is all about poachers and them killing
Poachers?
poachers, yeah.
Oh, poachers.
Yeah.
Poachers. Okay.
And the black market that is poaching and the killing of animals for their teeth or for their stuff, you know what I mean?
I'm very against that. I am. You see like pictures of people from like America going over and killing animals, and like, dude, you killed an elephant. It's the fucking size of a barn. It's not like you were really stalking something. It was right there. You like if you missed, you shouldn't be a hunter. But I'm very anti hunting fucking game, big game. The whole
Yeah.
big game thing. I'm so against that. Like 100%. Like I'm not an activist type of person where I'm like I'm gonna go protest or fucking sit or march, but I am against big game hunting. Like, dude, there's no reason to be hunting an animal of that size. I'm kind of like that. If you don't kill an animal and use everything about it, then you shouldn't do it. And killing, like, you see those like pictures of like, and I'm gonna say white America. I'm gonna be controversial. Going overseas and hunting like oh, I killed a giraffe. That's not hard.
What the giraffe do to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what did the giraffe do to you? It's a giraffe. Like go to the toe with a hippo,
Yeah.
which is the most dangerous, technically the most dangerous animal in the world.
Yeah.
That thing murks people like crazy. Anyway, like you can't stand next to giraffe and be like, look what I got. Like dude, he was just chilling eating leaves,
Yeah.
and you took his life. Like nobody wants to be like standing at a fucking like oh I need shampoo. Boom, dead.
Yeah.
So okay, there's my little. I'll get off my pedestal. I'm just anti
Yeah.
big game hunting.
So what ends up happening is the friend he's driving around town. He's like now we're gonna drive around the town that no tourists or anybody's allowed to, only us locals. And I'm like, oh shit.
Already, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
like
know it's gonna be ready.
yeah, like this is bad. And And then they go to a village, and they're like, he's like, "Oh, let's stop off at this village really quick." And then they go, and nobody's around, And then he's like, "That's weird." He's like, "Usually there's people around." And then they find all the villagers like dead, and all in one spot. And he's like, "These people have been murdered." They're like, you know what I mean? He's but it doesn't look by a person. Who would dare do this? And we all know it's a lion because the guy's talking about how this is a lion's country and this and that.
Oh, okay. I have seen a preview for that. I have seen a preview for the movie you're talking about now. Now that you said lion, it clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's hunting them. He's not like even like attacking because he's in danger. The lion's just on this fucking like I'm hunting you because you guys were hunting us type of thing.
Yes, yes. The lion goes completely rogue, as they say, and he starts hunting everybody. And so they run into the lion, and then it's the Idris Elba has his kids, and it's crazy. It is. I wasn't. I walked in not knowing anything about the movie, which I liked, and I came out with a better appreciation for Idris Elba. And I was like, man, this guy's a good actor. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's not gonna be a blockbuster movie by any means. This is a complete and I told Leo, I was like, this is Jaws in the jungle, essentially. You know what I mean? And it works. What I think though that it should have done is given that full Jaws treatment of you don't see the lion. That was the only because when you see the lion, it's CGI unless this is the most talented lion I've ever fucking came across.
No, but also like I saw the previews and the whole want to see the movie is because the lion is hunting. So no, you need the lion. You can't Jaws the lion.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be a blockbuster movie. It's not gonna be a movie that you're like, oh my god, I have to see that. But you know what? It's a good popcorn. I'm just gonna forget about the world for a few hours, and
Okay. So if we're gonna talk about movies, then have you? There's a couple movies I've watched recently that like I was actually entertained. So first is Day Shift.
Day Shift.
Yeah, it's the new Jamie Foxx movie on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a vampire movie.
Okay. All right. I haven't heard
Yeah,
about that.
it's entertaining. It got some bad reviews, which I understand why I got some bad reviews. But I think as I've gotten older, I've been less critical of movies in regards to like I'm just entertained. It was fun. It was a fun movie. So like I could recommend it myself to go just watch a movie, enjoy yourself, just fucking don't go into it expecting a block. Like I stopped expecting blockbusters. I stopped going into movies and going, this is going to be the fucking the next Oscar win because ultimately we just we don't make those anymore. It's just fucking like, was I entertained? Yes. Okay. Cool. That one was good. Day Shift. I will recommend to watch it uh, as a shits and giggles type of movie. And then after that, I watched Black Phone. You know what Black Phone is?
No.
The new. So it's like a kind of new thriller horror movie. It's in theaters. It's on Peacock if you have Peacock. Um, it was actually. It wasn't a blockbuster. It wasn't a over the top. It was a very well done thriller. Like it was like if you watch it, you go, okay. Like from point A to point B, where there's some things that could have been done better. Sure, any movie is that, even Day Shift. But as an overall, I think that the Day Shift, I mean, no, Black Phone was actually a really good movie. Like for what it was, it's semi-independent style movie. Like it's like that's what I say. It's not like a blockbuster.
Yeah.
It was actually a really movie. I would recommend that to you. Black Phone.
All right. So there it is, and it's not a movie, but it's a TV show that just started uh, back on Disney Plus, and it's the Orville. So
I
that
love the Orville. I love it
it's amazing. It is, and
because I'm a Trekkie, so it's like a comedic Trek show. I love the Orville. I had the panel at Comic Con.
did
I
you do
couldn't
we,
enjoy the pan.
did
Yeah,
you
they
really?
were
I don't
there.
think I don't think we talked about that. What did you do? Did you lead the panel in the discussion? What'd you do?
No, that's not what I do. I just make sure that people are in the stands. The problem we had with that panel was uh, somebody ended up having like a seizure.
Oh
Like
shit!
one of the attendees had a seizure in the crowd, and they had blood all over them.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so like he was like, I don't know if he hit his head or what. So I'm calling for medical and trying to make space. We had to move seats, and people are just selfish as fuck, dude. Like we moved seats, and people, and the seats that we moved, people just sat in them. They just sat there in the middle of the aisle. So I'm calling a medical emergency. Go, hey, break, break, break. We have a medical emergency, and because the kid was like, he was like seizing bad. Like it was a bad seizure. He had blood, and the panel went on. Like they didn't notice from where they were sitting that they were still asking questions the whole bit. I had to have like we had to get the kid we had to have a like EMT come
Oh
in and
wow!
put him uh, a bed and roll him out and stuff. Yeah, it wasn't like a wheelchair type of situation. Like we had to, because even like the in-house medic was calling for medic
Wow!
for like a more important. Like yeah, it was a bad medical call in the middle of that panel. It was fucking great. Seth
McFarlane.
MacFarlane was on screen. He wasn't at the panel on the panel. He was like via Skype like us, where everybody else was on the panel. But yeah, I love the Orville. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, what I like about it too is they're doing topics that you know no show has thought about, like
Okay.
whether it's next gen or Star Trek, like and they put it in a funny way because one of the guys is having sex with one of the crew members that is an alien, but she's a security officer and she's super strong. And it's funny the way they handle it because he keeps on breaking. She breaks him, and he keeps on going
Yeah,
back to
because she's
the.
so strong. He's gonna do it, and in the end, she's so fucked.
But it's
I
funny
love
because
that episode.
yeah, that was the last episode that I saw. But it's so funny, but it's so true because I'm like I like that they put that funny spin on it, but I'm like that's a reality in that world, and I thought that it was done very comically, but at the same time with a good tone.
Yeah.
And
So season three, you're talking about New Horizons
yeah,
because they moved away from Fox and now they're on. I can't remember what
they
actual.
were on Hulu and now they're on Disney Plus.
Well, they're on this, but they're on Hulu still, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, because okay. So anyway, Disney Plus has started pushing some rated R movies, which is funny. But season three, episode 5 or 6 is one of the greatest written episodes of any sitcom TV show ever. It was the episode where it was kind of like a transgender episode.
Oh, and Topa with Topa.
Topa's daughter or son.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that one.
yeah. And I think that was an amazing written episode in regards to touching upon it in such a different light. Like they're not human, so you can like understand and blah blah blah. But it was an amazing episode. Like I sat there and watched it, and I go, dude, this is an amazing episode for anybody who feels the transgender uh, feels, so to speak. It was like I was in awe of that
Yeah,
episode.
it was really good.
I think it was done so exceptionally well. It was fucking amazing.
Another episode too that I liked, and this is early in the season 3, is where that one. I'm so horrible with names. I'm like, that one guy, the driver guy, the pilot. He goes back in time,
Yeah,
and then they jump to him, but they're 10 years too late, and he breaks all these laws
yeah,
of time travel where he finds this girl that he's been attracted to, and they meet and they get married and they have kids, and they're like, dude, we gotta take you back. He's like, I have a life here now, and you're like, oh my god, you're not supposed to do that, and oh my god, so sad, you
yeah.
know.
I thought they were writing him off the show. I thought that
I
was
did
like
too.
his last episode. Yeah,
I did too.
I honestly thought it, and I get what they did, and it was fucked up, and it was like, but you're changing the timeline, so yeah, we can't go through that. It wasn't supposed to be this, blah blah blah. It was actually that was a good episode too. Like Seth MacFarlane has done a great job of touching on subjects without and treating them well.
Yeah.
He hasn't like misstepped on at least on this show for me.
Right.
I love Family Guy and the jokes that they make and all this shit. But the Orville is a great. I'm excited for season 4. I
Yeah.
really am because he has the alien daughter and the whole bit. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
that's right.
yeah,
Spoiler alert.
I think
Spoiler
yeah.
alert.
Spoiler. She's gonna come. Yeah, no. She's gonna come in. I feel she's gonna come into play on season 4 because now that uh Topa's his race is joined the. God damn it, I can't remember because the Krill is it the Krill?
Yeah, there's the Krill, the Mocklins, the Kylons.
Okay, so the Krill joined the Kylon. The Kylon.
No way.
Oh, you haven't watched. You haven't. Oh, you
No,
haven't finished
dude, I'm
the.
telling you,
Oh
I'm still.
shit! Wait, is the Kylon the
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 robots. The robots.
the robots?
Yeah.
Okay, no. So the Krill and the
Mocklins?
Mocklins they joined forces. Well, you saw that because of the transgender episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then no, the Krill actually have been on the side of them of the Union.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So no, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, I
Okay.
didn't ruin anything.
All right. So anyway, if you haven't seen the Orville, highly recommend it. The first season, the first 6 episodes of the first season, they're just trying to find themselves. But once you get past all that, it's
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So this is a dual recommendation.
Yes.
Are you? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I love. You know what? You know what I love about this show of ours right now, like today's episode. We haven't talked about anything that anybody cares about. It's just been us. It's just like
People
we
care
have
about
really
movies.
just.
People care about TV.
Yeah, but I feel like this is more a conversation between you and I than anything else. Like this is what I love, and people will fucking will laugh or whatever, and they might turn us off. But like this episode is purely just like I miss you. Like we haven't hung out. It's hard because you live far, and I don't have a car right now, so it's like this episode's for us. Fuck everybody else. Fuck all y'all. This is a David and Albert moment right now.
I mean, but it's for them too. It's for them too. So
You can enjoy, yes, you guys can enjoy the episode right now. Like I feel like we haven't touched a topic, so
these are
I'm
all
like,
topics. These are all important things. I
yeah.
think.
But I like we normally we have like the format like okay let's talk about this and we haven't. It's just been a consistent kind of like oh we went from this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I personally this is a fun episode for me because I just like having this conversation with you because we can talk about shit that we fucking do in our own lives.
Yeah. I mean, it's important. I just I just came off of a 12-hour shift. I did a 12-hour shift. That
Ooh.
was, man, when you're doing those marathon shifts, like you have to live hour per hour, and then once you hit that that halfway point, you're just like, okay, all right, I'm at the halfway point. It's all downhill from there, and those are long. Like when you were doing the Comic Con, how long were your shifts?
15, 16 hours.
Oh my God.
Well, let me see. There was one day where I went till like almost 10 p.m. So it was like 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. So yeah, 16 hours. So 16 hours, like anywhere between 15 to 16 hour shifts.
Jeez.
But I'm not saying like I worked hard. It's just yes, I get what you're saying. It's fucking just the length of time. Like I started work at this time. Like I technically clocked in here. I didn't clock into here, and that's like, and it's funny because when I tell people I go to these events, they're like, "Oh, it must have been fun." Like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm not a patron. I'm not an attendee. I'm actually working. Like, I have to worry about people's lives and like I'm dealing with like I had to deal with Paramount Plus executives, Disney Plus executives, Disney Marvel executives. That was a big thing, and I had to deal with Apple Plus executives. Like I'm dealing with important people, and I have to make sure that these important people are very happy.
Right.
Like I'm not enjoying myself. I'm not sitting there watching these these panels and stuff. Like I'm not over here meeting Ben Stiller. I'm not. Like I almost got fired because he took a picture of Ben
Yeah.
Stiller. Like, get out of here! You have to erase this. Like I'm legitimately the bad guy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
16
weird.
hours.
It's weird because like I said, people think that I enjoy myself, and I genuinely don't. Even Coachella, like we're like, oh, that must be fun. Like, no, it sucks being in 116-degree weather, you know, for 16 hours, and I don't watch the show.
Yeah.
If I'm watching the show, I'm fired because I'm not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing.
Speaking of 116-degree weather, what degrees is it out there in West
I
Covina?
don't know. I'd have to check my phone. I'd have to get off of this is off my phone right now. It's in the 90s, high 90s. We are in a heat wave. Mind you, I hate the summer. I
Yeah.
fucking hate the summer. I'm not a summer fan. People are like, oh, I love the summer. No, fuck you. You like being hot? That's on you.
I'm only a
That's
summer
like,
fan for the fashion, the lady women's fashion. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
the women are scantily, with their fashion in the summer. So that's what I'm a fan of. But the heat, no, it is a. We're going through a heat wave here in Inglewood. It's 79 degrees, and
Right there, buddy. Right there.
heat
We're
wave.
over here, 100 degrees. You're like, it's 79. Go kiss my ass.
I just ran into. It was funny. I just ran into somebody at the bar that I work at who's from West Covina, and they came in again because she was with her boyfriend or whoever, you know what I mean, this guy is, and she's like, yeah, she's like, we came in for you, and I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you're from West Covina, right? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, me too. So then we West Covina it up, you know what I mean? We started talking about all the things around West Covina, and she's like, where'd you live? And I'm like, well, as a true West Covina, I live right by the mall.
Yeah.
If you're really from West Covina, everybody lives right by the mall. So that was fun. But yeah, then we started talking about traffic and all that fun stuff, and it was just good. It was just nice to meet somebody from kind of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I took a lift yesterday, and I was talking to somebody. Like I have on some of the lifts that I take, I really push the bar, but I even to the point
You
where
should be pushing the podcast, David, not the bar.
I get the lift drivers to get out of the car and go inside the code and like, oh wow, you're right. This is really nice.
Yeah.
I told you should come back. Yeah, it's funny. Um, like what's a Covinian story? Like, oh, hey, you remember that Good Burger was shot here?
Yeah. What's new in the mall? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
all that fun stuff. Yeah, we did talk about that though. Well, yeah, Good Burger. Yeah, Good Burger. Yeah. Peter's a loco. Peter's a loco. Yeah.
It's Manny's now. Manny's a logo.
No, it was Manny's. Now it's Peter's.
Oh, was it? That's right. Peter's a logo.
Yeah. Yeah, which I have yet to venture out and find Mexican food out here in Inglewood. So
really,
yeah. I've just been eating. Saving money, man. I mean, I've been eating at home, cooking. I made.
Well, your oven doesn't work, so what do you?
I mean, but everything else does. I made. What did I make? I made the most ridiculous spaghetti in the world. And I thought it was. I got spaghetti, but it wasn't spaghetti. It was.
When you say you got spaghetti, what do you mean you got spaghetti?
Well, like the straw. You know what I mean? I was. So like I put it in the.
Okay, so you got pasta.
Yes,
you bought pasta.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm.
Well, I was
spaghetti is like the meal.
Oh, is it?
You got.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I bought the pasta. Well, I was given pasta. And all this other stuff to make spaghetti, and I threw it all together, but I didn't know that I didn't even have. I didn't even make it. I made something else. I made an abomination because the pasta was Alfredo. Right?
No, the pasta was not Alfredo. The sauce was Alfredo.
Oh, no.
We need to confirm what you're talking about. So you made the noodles. Okay.
I made noodles that were not.
Let's separate this. We separate this. You made noodles
that were not traditional spaghetti noodles.
Okay, what were they?
They were the big thick ones that you use in.
I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. Fuck.
Yeah.
It escapes me right now.
And then for the sauce, I thought it was spaghetti sauce. No, it was marinara sauce. So I put all that together, and I was just like, "Oh, this is not spaghetti."
Wait, how do you make Alfredo out of that? Alfredo's white sauce.
No,
Marinara's red sauce.
I meant like just. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
I was confused. I'm so confused with something else. Okay, so you put marinara sauce in the spaghetti.
But it wasn't spaghetti pasta. It was some other pasta.
Okay. So you put marinara in noodles.
Yes.
Okay. And did you have a protein?
No.
So there was no meatballs, no
Nothing.
anything, no meat sauce. It was marinara and noodles.
Yeah. And I try to pawn it off as spaghetti.
Did you eat it?
Yeah, of course.
Was it tasty?
It was okay. It was all right. I was, when you're making spaghetti and you realize that you made anti spaghetti, you're like kind of had your heart set on spaghetti, but
For all our Italian listeners, we apologize. Anyway, I will. I have to go over there and like teach you. Like we should have. Like also ultimately, I didn't know that like sauce, like even tomato based sauce is considered a gravy.
okay.
So I have a friend who's one Italian, two a chef. He says that he told me that like even red sauce is considered a gravy. So sauce is considered a gravy until you do something more to it. So if you do the like, tomatoes and all this little bit, it's considered a gravy. So I was like tripping out because he would tell me like, "Oh yeah, we have Sunday gravy." I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "It's fucking pasta sauce." I'm like, "That's not what I consider a gravy. Like
Yeah.
I know what it like. Gravy's brown. It's not red." So I've been trying to be more. What's the word I'm looking for here? Culturally acceptive of what like everybody else is like especially Italians. Because one, I love pasta. I love Italian food. So I would like to be more. Uh, I would like to learn more about cooking Italian food, but I don't know. It's hard because you know what happens is when you love food, you want to cook everything. It's hard. You're hard to learn an entire culture's food. You can learn dishes,
Yeah.
but to be able to just sit there and cook an entire culture's food, it's impossible at this point. I feel that way.
No, no, you very all valid points to that. And with that, sports.
Sports. Oh yes.
What's going on in the wonderful world of the
Um,
sport?
pick a sport at this point.
Um, women's lingerie football.
Is that still going? Is lingerie like? Is it open? Because I love that sport.
Yeah. I don't know. You just said pick one, and I was like, what's?
It's indoor. If it's open, if they still do that, I think we should go to a game.
Yes, I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, I think we should go to a game. But let's see. Football preseason's happening.
Yes, I went last week to the preseason Charger
You
Ram
did
game.
you did last week. Go to a game.
Yeah, and I'm still sticking to it, but their food sucks. So if you're gonna go to SoFi, make sure you pre-eat or post-eat or do both. But the food at the stadium's still horrible. I thought they would have figured it out by now. They haven't. So don't eat there.
And pre-drink because their beers are expensive.
Beers are expensive as fuck. Oh, and what I forgot, by the way, if you're going to SoFi, it's cashless. So you can only use a credit card or your debit card. They do not accept cash there.
This day and age. How was the experience though? You went because you ended up going by yourself, right?
No, I ended up going with one of our guests, Chris. I don't know if you remember Chris or not. We Remember, he was the guy that we were doing those wagers. Like, how far do you think is it from here to there?
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it turned out that he works like 20 minutes away from me. So he's like, oh my god. He's like, yeah. He's like, I work out here, and so it just was kind of perfect timing. So yeah. So I went with him. I was gonna go by myself regardless. He was kind of uh, like not like a last straw, you know what I mean? But I was like, well, if he can't make it, then I'm tapped out of people that could come out. And yeah, it was cool. Like it's funny because he's never been there before, and I've been there countless times, and so he's like, man, I've
You
never
have. I mean, the one time I went to their art game. That's the only time I've been there.
really.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they're gonna have the world. They're gonna have the World Cup there, so it's gonna be exciting.
Yes, definitely going to be very exciting. A lot of things are happening here in Inglewood. It is an up and coming city, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
It's a very gentrified city. Yes.
Well, now you know what I mean. So,
Yeah,
and it's only going to get more gentrification-y. So,
really is.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but um, it's a thing.
But
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking in my little sports book.
okay, well, I mean, let's go. Okay, we went for football. It's preseason, so it's kind of important, unimportant. Uh, I want to talk about my team because we don't need to talk about Deshaun Watson.
Right.
Uh,
You must be talking about the Lakers because they agreed to a 2-year extension with
LeBron James
LeBron James.
was it $97 million?
$97.1 million. Holy
What does that break
cow.
down to?
Huh?
Yeah, that's a lot. What does that break down to? Like 40 something $million a year?
Yeah.
Like, can you
43,
imagine that being your salary?
43.6.
Yeah, can you imagine that being your salary?
Yeah, I can. I can totally imagine it.
You
I'd,
can so imagine, yeah,
I'd still live here. I'd probably buy the entire complex. You know what I mean?
right, yeah, right,
Turn it into a castle. You know what I mean?
yeah. I own all the property.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be fun. That would be fun to just own the entire building and convert the
Okay,
entire thing.
so would you still want to live there?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Dude, I'm 10 minutes away from work.
Why would you have to work?
I would
You
need
can
to.
buy an entire fucking apartment complex. Why would you want to work?
I would have to, dude. Because I would be drunk every day. I would not be well. I need something to do. You know.
It's like, okay, I'm not drinking Jim Beam anymore.
I know. I got a whole case of Cove Makers and Cove Weller and everything
Yeah,
Cove. I got cases. You know. So I would be drunk all day. That's it. That's it. Be eating out every single day. You
yeah.
know, I just be fat.
I don't even want to cook. I don't even want to cook. I just want somebody to cook for me.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I've realized though? Like, I'm not a good cook, but I pass. I pass as a cook. I mean, we've done a cooking
Yeah.
show on our show. We cooked duck à l'orange.
Yeah, that was
Was that it was good, right?
that was our first shot into video stardom.
It was. It was. We had several cameras.
Yeah.
Um, I do not think that cooking a tomahawk. I mean, I don't think tomahawk steaks are worth the money you pay them at restaurants
Yeah.
when you can cook it for yourself. There's certain things that like, okay, I'm not gonna go out of my way to cook this. Like I can't make a lobster ravioli. I'm not gonna make there's certain dishes I can't do. But there's certain dishes where like I'm not gonna fuck. I shouldn't have to pay this much money for this when I can do it myself. And the biggest thing to that is tomahawk steaks. You can buy a tomahawk steak, cook it yourself, and save yourself close to
Oh my
$100
God.
for doing it. Yeah, close to $100 for doing that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
So
tomahawk steak it up here. Um, for sure.
you don't have an oven.
Oh yeah, you gotta do it in an oven. I have an
Yeah,
air.
for me to do it right. It's a reverse sear, so you have to use the oven.
I have a air fryer.
No, that doesn't work. Anyway, sports.
Sports.
You're still. Are you into soccer at all? Anything? Have
Yeah, you
have I
know,
have I changed you at all?
I'm into the Spanish soccer. You know what I mean? So,
What does that mean, Spanish soccer?
La Liga,
Because if you say Spanish soccer, we can say La
Mexican league,
Liga, and that's Spain, or we're talking about Mexican soccer.
Mexican soccer.
Okay. Have you what? You have a team?
I have the Chivas,
Okay.
Guadalajara, like them. I don't go out of my way to be like, oh,
Yeah, name a player right now.
me,
Name a player.
me. No, I couldn't. But if like
Juan. There has to be a Juan there.
yeah, Juan or two, um, yeah, but if it's on, I'll watch it. I like the LAFC. You know what I mean? American
Yeah.
soccer. So if,
You
if
and Ramon.
yeah, I mean, because at least it's on a regular channel, like it's on channel 13. You know what I mean? They do a lot of those games. So
So let me ask you this: as a Dodgers fan, which you are a big Dodgers fan, um, what do you feel about the Tatis ban?
dude, well, first and foremost, fucking juicers, man.
Well, no, 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 no,
And
no.
and
Wait. Before you say this, call him a juicer. He, it was a pro. I haven't read the full story. From my understanding, he used an ointment that had that as a thing. Because he's
is that
not like this overly sized person.
yeah.
You know, I think the MLB their their bans are extensive. What is because their games are extensive.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that the guy made a mistake in regards to maybe product he used? Do you think that he genuinely was using this product?
I think he was. This is just me. This is complete opinion. But when you're making money, you're gonna have people, and you're gonna be like, "Hey, I need you to like." If I was a player, and I'd be like, "Okay, someone's giving me this ointment or whatever," I'd be like, "Hey, did we check to make sure that this is all legit? Like everything in this?"
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair. I agree with you. I agree with you. Is 80 games fair?
Yes.
If it was a Dodger, would you be saying it's fair?
I was You know what? Here's the thing. When we got our juicer, fucking Manny Ramirez, I was so pissed. I knew he was a juicer, but the Dodgers didn't care, and I knew he was gonna get caught, and he got caught, and everybody was just, there was a time when the Dodgers were just buying names, like let's just buy this name, you know what I mean, and let's just do this, and I hated that portion of the Dodger era. And I knew he was a juicer. Did I fall in love with Manny Ramirez? Of course I did. When he got caught, did I expect it? Of course I did. But still, they know not to do it, and yet they still do, and that always, sucks. So, yeah, like Tatis. But again, Tatis, I have a weird experience with. I went to a Dodgers Padres game, and I was surrounded by all these Tatis fans, and here I am on the I'm not on the top level, but I'm like mid level, and they're screaming his name, and I'm like, guys, like let's be logical here. We're on the third story, and you're screaming at him, and he's all the way at home plate. He's not gonna hear you.
That's my take on watching sports from a TV. Like when you go to a sports bar, like I want to watch this game, I can't watch it at home. I have to watch it here because you guys have it. When people start screaming, and I'm like, they can't hear you. Stop. It's annoying, especially with and only because I'm in California. I'm in an LA area. When people start going, "Let's go Dodge," like dude, they can't hear
Yeah,
you. You don't need a chance.
yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Or they try to start the wave in the bar. I'm like, no,
No, no,
no wave in bar.
no. Wait, wait, wait. But yeah, uh, going back to soccer though. I know you're not a big soccer fan, but Man U is terrible.
Is that good?
Well, Manchester United is one of the largest sports teams in the world. So they're valued as one of the top three
Wow,
teams in the world, and
wow,
they're in absolute last place right now.
wow.
They are horrible. I don't speak bad of the ill, but they're bad. It's a kind of a terrible situation.
Gee,
Like like Galaxy LAFC could beat Man U right now.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's how bad it is. But anyway, okay. We talked
Venus
about.
Williams is getting a wild card entry.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in the U.S. Open.
She's getting a wild card entry.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had a wild
Neither
card
did
entry.
I. I think they just made this up.
Yeah. What happened? Wait, what? Um, the U.S. Open happens out of what? New York?
I don't know. I thought it was just open. You know.
No, it comes out of a state, a certain state. Like I think the U.S. Open's out of New York. When is the U.S. Open?
When is it?
Yeah.
Mm, I don't know. This article is from 3 days ago, and let's see. I don't know what it doesn't say. I'm still looking. I'm just like literally just trying to find dates.
Okay. All right. Do we have any tennis fans on here? If you're a
You,
tennis fan, please
you,
let us know.
yeah, you're a tennis fan,
If
so
I am, I play tennis. I enjoy tennis. I haven't played tennis in a while. If anybody on here would like to play tennis, let me know. We can have a match. Uh, I'll go buy a racket and balls, and we can meet up at a court, and I will play you for no money down.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I genuinely love the game of tennis. Um, I know Serena is on her last leg. She's retiring soon. Um, that's going to change the game. I
Here,
know the men, even on the men's side, a lot of our tennis stars are on the tail end of their careers. It's like we have to find new stars,
yeah,
new people. But that's with any sport. I mean, as time progresses, soccer. Ronaldo's 37. His career is done
yeah.
in 2-3 years max. Um, who's the next to retire in baseball? Who's going out in baseball?
I don't know,
I
man.
feel like
You have
I
a
feel like Kershaw. I feel like
yeah,
Kershaw's career is coming to a fucking close.
yeah. It's in 2 years. Give it 2 3 years.
Yeah, Kershaw's coming to a close. Basketball, LeBron's got.
2
I know
years.
LeBron. I know LeBron just signed a 2-year extension, but I feel in the next 3 years he's done. He's gonna be 40. Um, Although he's in better shape than both of you and I
Yeah.
combined.
I don't know, man. I've been pushing the lbs. You know what I mean?
Have you?
I have. I have.
Are you gymming it up?
I am gymming it up. Um, and I started going back to the gym, and it has been um, an experience to say the least. Because before I moved, I was doing really good. I was pushing weight, as they say, and now I'm not. Now I'm as I'm going back. The key to going back to the gym, and I tell people this, is not to come back as what you were doing before. You got to start at the bottom, and then you got to work your way up back up. So like the weights, I was lifting 25 on each side, and that to me was a struggle because I'm used to doing a 45 and a 25 and lifting. But like, dude, like I took almost 2 months off, and I just came down, and my I used to on the dumbbells I used to do 25, 30 pounds. Now I'm doing 15, but I got to work myself back up to get that back in shape. So and it started slow. Like I just started walking to the gym, and walking inside and just walking around and just trying to build that routine of, okay, now I'm going to the gym. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Now I'm coming in, and now I'm doing this, and maybe I
yeah,
would do one thing and then I'd leave. But and I'm still on that. I'm still on that progressive kind of thing. But yeah, I started lifting again. Someone actually the other day was like, Have you been working out?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm glad you noticed." They're like, "Yeah, you look like you've been working out." And I'm like, "Yes, I have." So that felt good. But
yeah,
I'm slowly getting back into my routine. Because now that I'm done with the majority of the projects here in my house, now it's like, okay, now it's time to get back into the regular life that you lead. So that's a big key to coming back. And after moving, you got to get back into your routine and do it the right way.
do it the right
So
way.
yeah, so that's what I've been up to for that. I don't know if you know this or not, but the NBA announced that no games will be played on Election Day, and I like that.
Yes, yes. There was actually some talk on the. Look, I don't want to be the anti-political, pro-political person, but the Republican Party was taking some what's the word I'm looking for? Some hate on that fact, and I don't get why. I think that one, we should be able to. It is a holiday to vote because we should be able to vote, but obviously Republicans, and I'm gonna say Republicans, don't like the fact because they understand that Republican people, they're racist.
No,
They're fucking racist. Fucking Republicans are racist.
gee, David, how do you really feel? Um,
Look, I've been watching. I have never been a political person until the last couple of years. Ever since Trump, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this out loud. You can not follow us. You can not. You can comment what the fuck you want. We'll take everything. Um, since Trump took office, the Republican Party has gone way downhill in my eyes, and I've followed politics more in regards to, like, you know gerrymandering and the whole bit of voter suppression. Like, why are you mad that the NBA is going to take that day off? Every team is going to play the day before in solidarity. Like, you should, as an American, you should want people to be able to vote and not be distracted by voting. So the fact that the NBA is doing it, that's awesome. I'm 100% behind it. I think that any sport that has the opportunity should do the same thing
Yeah.
during that season. Um, but I'm really in fucking. I detest the idea that people voter suppression is a thing that where it's like, oh, we're gonna fucking we're changing the format of how you can vote or anything like. Dude, instead of hating voting, maybe fucking actually care about your voters. Honestly, I'm gonna side note. I feel that there should be at this point getting to a point where there's no politicians. I feel that there should be like, hey, there's a vote, and each state gets to vote how they want on this idea. There was a representative, but the representative should not speak for an entire state without having the state speak to the representative. Like, hey guys, this is what's going on. What do you guys want to do? The state votes, and the representative represents the state on the vote. I know it's weird, but that's
Makes
just the way I
sense.
feel. I've gotten very, I don't know, off the wall. I
Well,
apologize.
my only addendum to that is the Republican Party has turned into the new WWF. You know what I mean? It's wrestling. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's the most entertaining thing in the world. You know, just like what's gonna happen next? Like this party is fucking
But the
crazy.
but the the problem is like
It's
they
real.
can be entertaining, but yeah, but it fucks our lives.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, that's right. Um, Oh, was I gonna say the? Oh, I don't know if you know this or not, but the French ski champion Adele Milouaz, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Uh, he died at the age of 26 after falling in the Alps. Holy cow! What a way to
Really?
go! Yeah,
Like, where did he fall though?
off a cliff. Isn't that crazy?
He's a professional skier. Did he try
A
to jump off a
champion
cliff
at
and
that.
fuck?
A champion at that.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like you should have known the cliff was there. So this dude tried to jump off this cliff.
No, I don't know. I just read the headline and um, I'm not, I didn't read too far into it. Man, that's sad.
I don't feel sad. One, I didn't know who the fuck this person was. Two, you're a professional doing something that you were professionally paid to do, and you still die.
Get this, she
Like
was yeah.
I need more backstory to this what you're giving me.
Here's the other thing. She was tied to a 30-year-old woman who also fell to her death as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Wow.
How are you tied to somebody's scheme?
I don't know. This is crazy. I'm just reading real quick, just little quips. Wow.
I'm
Wow.
confused by this on so many levels.
Yeah. Wow. Very sad.
It is sad, but I'm very confused by the entire story.
Yeah. Uh, I think she was. I don't know if she was. I think she was hiking, and that's how it happened.
So she wasn't skiing; she was
No,
hiking.
she was hiking. Yes.
Why are you tied to somebody hiking?
I just in case you got a rock climb. I don't know. Wow. So
Crazy.
yeah, crazy. Um, Let's see what else I can find. Um,
That's sports.
yeah, it was kind of sports esque,
I mean, it is what it is. I think we might be done with sports.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty much it. Last call for topics. If we even had a
Last call for
topic.
topics. Last call for topics. Trying to think more etiquette. Let's call for topics. Trying to think if I strongly about. No, I'm good on my side.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have really anything to any topics. I really didn't even have any topics this week at all. I've just been kind of. I was just super busy. So, yeah, but guys, thank you so much for tuning in and joining us on this fantastic Drinks to Words By. We really appreciate you. Just to let you know, we are available on a plethora of streaming platforms. Go ahead and hit up drinkstowordsby.com, and there you can see the banners and click and subscribe to the show. You can actually see us if you want. Go ahead and check us out on the YouTube. And for more information, go ahead, hit up drinkswordsby.com, click on that YouTube link, and you can now visually see us if you're so inclined. Also, we are on the Venmo. Go ahead, Venmo us up, man. We are always down to take your money and move it to alcohol.
Yeah,
We
we,
did.
we use your money for good.
Yes, complete good. And so go ahead and do that. I think we did a good job.
If you want to be a guest,
Yes, if you want to be a guest virtually as we're moving to virtual, go ahead, hit us up and drinkswordsby at Gmail. Any topic we talked about is all fair game. Even it doesn't even matter if it's from an old show and you're just catching up. Go ahead and email us about that, and we'll gladly talk about that. Drinkswordsby at gmail.com. We are on social media. We do have social media. Do we use social media? That's the real question. We're slowly getting back into the social media. So go ahead and find us on Instagram at Drinks to Words By. Also, want to give a special shout out to the Cove Cocktail Bar, the place where all of this happened. Always give them a shout out. Really good. If you're into the whiskey,
a top 10 bar per LA Times.
yeah, top 10 bar. They have reached top 10 status in the Los Angeles Times. So this bar, don't sleep on it. This is a good bar. Go ahead and go there and get yourself a whiskey or a bourbon or whatever you're into. They got it all there. Hit them up, covecocktailbar.com. Final cheers. Final cheers, David Macias. What are we
Shit. Final
choosing
cheers.
to?
Okay. Final cheers. Cheers to. What's going on with it? Jesus Christ. Okay. Cheers
You're
to.
choosing to Jesus Christ? Okay.
No. No.
Like, that's a first for
That
David.
is a nay. That is a nay for me. Cheers to my wife. Actually, one cheers to my wife. Um, she is a very important person in my life, and I have. She's been a great part of me. We did our birthday anniversary a little bit ago, and I had talked about it before, but cheers to her and her putting up with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good cheers.
Yeah.
I'm going to cheers to the wind because, it helps on hot days, man. You get that cool breeze,
That cool breeze,
and it's a game changer. Yeah, I'm getting some nice breeze in here, so I'm like to the wind,
To the wind.
to the walls, to the wind, and to the walls.
To the windows, to the walls.
Oh, it's to the windows. I thought it was just to the wind. Okay,
No, it's to the windows, to the walls. Let that
drip.
sweat drip down my
Yep.
balls.
Skeet, skeet, skeet.
Yeah, I never. Cheers to skeet, skeet, skeet.
Yeah.
All right, man. Cheers.
Cheers. And that's gonna wrap it up for this edition of Drinks to Words by David. Kick him out.
Go home. Leave. Let's go. All right.
All right, we are out of here. Later.
All right. Later.